Hello everybody, my name is David. Thank you for watching me. I'm a life coach and I help people recover and heal and grow from all kinds of different trauma. So I want to make this video for people who have suffered from trauma and people who are suffering right now during this disease. Something that can really help everyone is something called oxytocin. Oxytocin is a neurotransmitter, a chemical, a hormone that is released differently for men and women. And most of it has to do with childbirth and stuff. But I want to explain something to you about oxytocin to help you understand how vital it is in life and definitely for people who have suffered from trauma and prolonged stress, like right now. So, like I said, our brains use this hormone for childbirth a little differently for both men and women. But please try to understand something about our brains, is that our brains don't care about how we feel, especially if we're happy or not. They use good feeling hormones our brain does to help us stay alive and procreate. That's it. That's all our brain cares about. Being happy is up to us. So it won't make or produce oxytocin and release it just because we're having a bad day. This stress that most of us have been through, I help you with all kinds of trauma, but the prolonged stress depletes us of all kinds of things, obviously from minerals to vitamins, but more importantly, oxytocin. And oxytocin helps us trust people. It's been known to be called the trust hormone or the love hormone or even the hug hormone. And for all of you who've been in abusive relationships and prolonged stress and you're traumatized, PTSD, I bet you don't have any oxytocin. None. And I can't tell you how much it helps my clients when I show them how to get oxytocin in their life or even show them a way to find it. It comes in a bottle. But if you can do it yourself, that's number one. It's a self-perpetuating thing. You see the happy guy in the office who's crazy happy. I know not now, right? The quarantine, but the guy in the office that's super happy and cheering and that's probably real. I know some people can fake that, but most likely it's real because just living that way increases your oxytocin, which supports you to be happier and trust people and live like that more. It's really cool. So some ways that I get people, my clients specifically, to raise oxytocin naturally in their lives, and these are some of the ways you can do it. Maybe it'd be found in some foods, but that's still not guaranteed. Looking people in the eyes, touching people, saying I love you, hugging and kissing people, giving people gifts. And these are extremely hard things to do right now, if not impossible for a lot of us. I live alone, so I can't do these things with anybody. I haven't done it in a long time and I'm feeling it. But thank God I have her over here. This is my dog, Danny, a girl, D-A-N-I. We call her Danny Dog. For those of you who have been with me for quite a while, I've probably already seen her. She saved my life and other times, but specifically right now. Yeah, I'm so grateful, you know. A really beautiful story that just brought so many tears to me was a story on CNN about a Florida kennel that normally packed with strays and abandoned dogs. It's completely empty. Everybody adopted them. And it's just beautiful. It just is so awesome. Because no matter how much you guys are suffering, know that animals are too, right? Especially right now. And why don't you guys please consider adopting a dog or a cat? Especially at the pounds where they need it so bad. They need love, and so do you. And you guys can foster. You guys can foster a pet. If you just think, hey, I don't know how long this is going to last, and I've never had a pet. I don't know what I'm in for, and maybe I won't be able to keep it. It's okay. It's better to have a couple months or a month with you than in a cage. I can't explain it. I can't stress it enough how important it is for these animals. And I know that it may not be good, just like children, to be bouncing around, but man, there's not a cage at the pound. and they're due for being euthanized. So you can foster pets too. Keep one for a month. Give it a better life for a month, and you too. We need this. It's really hard to supply things like this for ourselves and not have to buy it in a bottle. I know I said oxytocin comes in a bottle, but there's nothing like the natural, real way to do it. Okay? And you can take some oxytocin, but this is better. Trust me. This is my lifelong companion. So I'm going to put a list of some major cities just in America. I'm sorry, guys, but please, I'm going to put down in the description box, I'll put lists of animal shelters in major cities that have animals right now. But please look for yourself. Go to dog pounds and shelters and all kinds of stuff to adopt an animal or even foster one for a little while. It is so amazingly good for you and everybody else around you. It makes your home a better place, especially for children. I think the number one thing that I've ever heard to really do for someone who's super suicidal, besides talk and listen to them, but especially over a prolonged time or reoccurrence history of suicide, is you give them a dog, you give them a pet. It does so much for them. It teaches them responsibility, and it makes them feel, it supplies emotional needs. It gives your life meaning and purpose again. And a companion, someone you can talk to. She understands me, I promise. I talk to her all the time. And she communicates back with me that she loves me. And it's just amazing. Yeah, I don't know what I would do without her. I mean, I know I'd be okay, but why suffer? You guys are all worthy and deserve to feel just as good and happy as everybody else. And most of us have been neglected in our lives, and most of us are being very neglected now. And so are they. So if you could do such a kind thing for them, it's a reward for yourself. I promise. Let's try and empty out, or help empty out some of these shelters where dogs are suffering. Okay? It'd be really great, guys. Please give me feedback for those of you who have already done this, and maybe those of you who will now. And if you do, come back and tell me how it is. I'd really appreciate it. Really, really. And good luck, everybody. Get through this safely, okay? But I'm telling you, I've been saying this for the last couple weeks or so now, that to get through this is not to meet your physical needs. They're not even being threatened. We're okay. It's our emotional needs. And the world's mental health is deteriorating fast. And there's going to be some severe repercussions from this. Severe. And it's already started. Suicides are on the rise. Crime is on the rise. You know, people not working, and I'd imagine domestic violence and all kinds of stuff is up there. And maybe if they had pets, I don't know, maybe it'd be better for them. But raise your oxytocin, give yourself what you need, and help out society and dogs and the dog problem, huge dog problem we have. I'd imagine it's pretty significant in most of the world, but it definitely is a huge problem here in this country. Unwanted pets, horrible. So please adopt a pet. Give yourself what you need and help these guys out. I appreciate it. Thank you. Love yourself first. I'll see you guys later. Please ask me any questions. And anybody who wants to seek out my help, you can check out my website at www.daviddemars.com. Thanks. Bye.